Chapter 2. The Disease. History even up to the end of the 13th century, Hijri, will reveal that the Muslimin were the sole possessors of honor, dignity, power, and greatness. But when one turns his eyes away from the pages of the history books and looks at the Muslimin of today, one sees the picture of a people sunk in misery and disgrace, a people who possess no real strength or power, honor or dignity, brotherhood or mutual love, and reflect no virtues or moral character worthy of the name. One cannot find in any sign in them of those noble deeds which at one time used to be the symbol of each and every Muslim. Nowadays, there can hardly be a living person who can be said to have purity or sincerity of consciousness. On the contrary, Muslimin are sunk in vice and sin. They have wandered away so far from the path of virtue, which at one time used to be their hallmark, that the enemies of Islam talk and discuss their affairs with delight, disrespect, and laughter. Unfortunately, the matter does not end here. The Muslimin youth of the new generation, which has been affected and influenced by the so-called modern trends of the Western way of life, take pleasure in the laughing at the very ideals of Islam and openly criticize the sacred code of Sharia, the middle path law, as being out of date and impracticable. One wonders at such behavior and finds that a people who once gave strength, happiness, honor, and peace to the entire mankind have now become completely demoralized, cold, shallow, and helpless. Those who had once taught the world the golden lessons of manners and culture are now today found wanting in these very beautifications. Now, you could say statistically and stuff that still the Muslim populations of non-Muslim countries and Muslim countries versus the others, you see lower rates of real mental illness and criminality in particular, but it's not as good as it should be. We need to look past these popular and political Islam arguments to actual Islam, because so-called popular Islam, it happened in a Muslim country, some Muslim somewhere did it, or some group did it. That doesn't, mean that it has something to do with Islam. There is ethnic ways, the Wataniya, which can be fine, but don't oblige the ethnic ways.